if we try and start a Red Pill podcast and they show clips of you skipping, we're done. We're going to be Pearly Things and Andrew Tate. They're going to bully us. They're going to be like, look at these fruits skipping.
Andrew Tate would bully me. He's a good speaker and he's a tough guy. I don't have anything to offer.
Andrew Tate coming to you live from an Albanian prison, right? Yeah.
I wonder if he has abs under that outfit.
Oh, they all do.
No, they don't.
Their skin. Abs?
No, they do absolutely.
They don't have abdominal muscles. They don't.
No,
possess them?
well, okay, they don't.
Visible
don't
abs.
Do this. Don't you do this to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Words have a meaning over in my house.
They got big, loose skin, so they don't have visible abs. Have you ever seen a shaved bear? The sad bears? Yeah.
I have, yeah.
If it stands on hind legs, it has big, saggy bear skin.
That's because they don't train. Mechanism. You get a bear in some inversion boots and have him do those upside down sit-ups like a psychopath for a while. He'd have visible abs.
Okay, well, they don't know how to fucking do that.
Some do. I've seen bears do also ride bicycles and obey commands.
No, that's kind of winning me over. I've seen some bears do cool shit.
If you put a bicycle in the woods, a bear is never going to organically do that. You need a Soviet with a hammer and nails to nail his feet to the pedals.
No, they like the bicycles.
You're falling for the Soviet propaganda. They hated those bikes.
I mean,
you think a bear wanted that? A bear wanted to ride a bicycle.
Oh, please! That bear must have been the bee's knees riding his bike around while the other bears are still trying to figure it out.
Dude, like 50 million people are starving to death in the Soviet Union. There's no way the bear's getting good food. Right? Actually, with a lot of people starving to death, that kind of solves itself, I guess. With the bear. Yeah, I don't think bears actually.
It's been a big week for bear talk. I notice like the whole internet's taken over by the bear versus man conversation, and all of the comebacks that a man with self-esteem might.
Is that still going? That's been a whole week. That's like 10 months in internet.
I told you it really took over the internet. I saw it all over TikTok, all over Reddit, all over YouTube. Lots of those discussion panel podcasts asking ladies, straight to their face, well, would you take the bear to the bear? It's been fun. It's been a good week.
Do you guys want to pivot to Red Pill podcast and we just bring like whores on and we're like, why are you such a slut?
I want that so much because I'll be the one who's like, don't listen to him. Don't listen to them.
No, I was going to do that too.
No,
you on one Taylor every week.
This is perfect. So I get to be the fun part.
What do you get from it? Oh, I like that Woody guy. If only he weren't married, la-di-da, and they'll leave. Or they could suck my dick. What are you doing to me, Woody?
Touche. Yeah. I didn't think ahead, Kyle.
Those girls need management.
Where do I go other than Andrew Tate to train on Red Pill to become full?
Like the Fresh and you can go to Fresh and Fit. If you've got a little melanin, that would be the place to go. Or you could go over to like whatever. If you're kind of middle of the road fellow like yourself, I think you would find it pretty interesting. They have a lot of
who's the dead black guy? Kevin Samuels. I'm close, but not right.
Kevin Samuels. If you want to go back in time or to the afterlife, you could watch him.
No, his content's still up there, and it's good stuff.
All right. I remember you guys when you were going through that mini phase. You guys liked him. Never really
Pearly Things. Woody, I know Woody caught on to Pearly Things a little bit. She's that redheaded girl who's like, women are trash.
Really?
She wants because I remember you mentioned her. She's like, we shouldn't have the right to vote.
Right.
That one I'm not sure I heard, but yeah, she was always.
Oh, you don't know that one? That's my favorite one.
The voting one got past me.
They don't deserve to vote.
But there was all kinds of things like, you girls are getting ran through, your values getting lower, no guy wants to be with you, et cetera, et cetera. Like she's totally lined up with that.
I've seen pictures of her online. She's a big bitch.
Yeah, she's like
not fat, not fat, tall. Like
she looks tall. I don't know how tall she really is.
Over 6 feet.
Oh, is she over 6 feet?
I'm almost positive. I thought she was 6'1".
No wonder she wants to return to traditional values because she knows that her womb would breed a warlord, like a Baron Trump level.
She does look like she'd do well on a dairy farm, right? She can muscle a cow around, milk that thing. She's not helpless.
She's a big gal. Yeah. Some girls are so dainty. You're like, man, if the barn door ever hit her, that's it. Like a little puppy,
right? Not like her. If that fence needs repair, she's there.
She's carrying a whole armful of fence posts out there to you. She's not, do you need this hammer? No, that's a claw hammer, you dumb bitch. Like you could really get along with her.
What kind of hammer to use on fence repair? I'm also a dumb bitch.
I want my ball peened hammer. I want to be able to wrap those twisty twos around that round ball at the end.
Oh, the twisty twos. Now you're getting the real
prostitutes.
farmer vernacular.
Yeah.
I just made that word up, so it's but
so that's where I would go.
For
I would learn from the big, tall Irish warlord breeding lady.
Yeah.
Which is probably, if I were like a 6 foot tall woman, I'd be like, let me create a Barron Trump sized human to take over the country.
For sure.
Yeah.
My standards would raise so much higher. Like I would want that 6'5" guy. Like we're aiming for that for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be one of those bitches.
My wife's 5'7" and I'm 6 foot. And then our kid is like 6'2" or 3, something like that. I am clearly the weak link. I didn't realize what I signed up for, but
my mom was the fucking weak link. She's 5'4". 5'4".
My mom's 5'4".
I was towering over that little lady like in high school, and it's like, what the fuck happened? Why couldn't you be big? I could have played ball.
This is Pearl Davis.
Not true.
You're a whale if you're over 200 pounds. I'm 6 foot, top 1% in height for females. If I'm not over 200, you shouldn't be either. All right. Well, if this is what she's saying online, then she's speaking truth to power.
She's pretty deplatformed, though. Of course, she's on X still, but what she been banned from YouTube? ? Instagram.
That would surprise me. I didn't know any of
that.
For her based beliefs.
Well, she's hanging out with white supremacists like Nick Fuentes and having Andrew Tate on her show, and she just, touching fire.
Andrew Tate.
I didn't think she got deplatformed or anything at all.
I feel like I've watched half a dozen videos where she's like, "Please join my Patreon. I've been deplatformed.
Probably demonetized,
kicked off TikTok. I think deplatformed off that, demonetized maybe. Oh, shadow banned. Zach says, is that shadow banned a YouTube thing? I don't know.
A guy named Fuentes is a white supremacist. That doesn't.
Oh, you don't know Nick Fuentes?
Doesn't pass. I know him. I'm not that overwhelmingly familiar, but
it's not a close call. You would agree if you heard his stuff that he's straight up pro-Nazi.
He changed his name to Fuentes. It used to be Nick White Power.
Nick White Power.
He thought it was a little on the nose.
That would be. I mean, that would be a good name if those are your beliefs.
Yeah. Middle name White, last name Power.
Like Max Power, Homer Simpson's name.
Yeah.
See, you don't have to come across all this horse shit if you just watch Age of Empires 2 stuff online. Like if
you're getting no culture, you're getting no art, and you're getting no media. So you don't know what's going on. One of my favorite talking points is this. I mentioned the women shouldn't be able to vote thing, and the whole point is first of all, it was always tied to selective service. Like men. One of the things that men have to do, they talk about privileges and rights, and men can be forced to go over and fight. The draft can come back at any time. They can just start drafting us up and sending us over to fight in Ukraine or Palestine or whatever. But that's not true for women, and yet they have full voting rights to put in, say, a politician who would, tout that. There could be a politician who's like, we need to draft now. Women could vote for it. Be like, don't worry, ladies. Vote not at your risk.
If you say that exact little soliloquy you just did and add you fat pig at the end, we're already halfway there. The Red Pill podcast.
Yeah. I was telling you on PKN how those ripe 16-year-olds are just prime time Charlie Brown, ready to go.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I tell you that. And yet someone's never read Laura Ingalls Wilder. I don't know.
I absolutely read
eternity.
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
He might have been talking about me. I don't know that fucking book.
You never read the Little House on the Prairie?
No, you read that book?
Yeah, of course. We're American children.
We had to read that in school. I think 2 different years we had to read that in school.
Really?
I read all of those books.
Well, I read Dune, so that's
that's okay.
It's probably a better book. I remember Laura Ingalls Wilder not being the kind of character I got excited for.
No, it was a frontier's little girl who had frontier little girl problems. It wasn't like she went and fought the Comanches. She had a problem with spoiled buttermilk, or one of the girls putting a pin in her chair in school or something.
I wanted more of the book to be about what her dad was up to.
Yeah.
But you didn't really get much of a window into that, if I recall. I also probably lied to my teacher and didn't read the whole thing. Because I never minded reading, but I just don't obviously don't like reading things I find boring.
The TV show was good. And I went to that movie ranch where they filmed the TV show. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, women shouldn't have all those privileges that they have, that they don't have to.
They should rewrite Sarah Plain and Tall, Sarah Big and Fat. for the modern era.
I read Sarah Plain and Tall as well. Yeah, read all those.
I can't believe you didn't have to read these in school, Woody.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on titles. Sarah Cellulite, it's got a certain ring to it.
Sarah Cellulite. Dude, I bet there's a fucking X account of a disgusting pig named Sarah Cellulite right now we could find that's selling it.
There's an OnlyFans for Sarah Cellulite that's popping off right now. She's making $30K a month, I bet.
I don't know about
Sarah Cellulite. No, there's no way.
No, it's impressive how much money those ladies make from OnlyFans. That's another fun discussion that often comes up on those panel shows. It's that you're ruining your future, and you're not going and unless you're sticking away enough for the rest of your life, you're absolutely ruining your future and your family and everything. By doing this, by going into sex work, and it makes a lot of sense. And I saw one guy make the point that even these girls who make $2 or $3 million, that'll be gone. They're going to be just like an NFL running back who got 1 or 2 seasons in them and made $2 or $3 million.
They're going to be drowning dogs behind a bar.
It will be gone, but only because they're making bad calls. Like if you inject $2 million into your retirement account at 18 years old, or just an investment account, like you've really greased the skid.
You're done. At 18, you're done.
Life.
Yeah,
come on. At 18,
well, it's hard to live on $2 million for the rest of your life.
Oh, just
if you could just set it aside until you're like 27. And now you've got something that's going to grow, and you can just live off the gains.
Is there a point on the whatever show more that like you doing this porn and whatnot? Like, how are your kids going to feel about this?
Of course, that's a big part of it.
Like,
that's
because that is
topic.
That's a huge thing to be concerned with. In that, like, you're really going to fuck with your kids.
I think the red pills are destroying their future in a different way, but so long as the current is bright enough, it's okay. Like that just pearly things. I don't know if she has Cisco wouldn't hire her if they saw her account and her social media thing. Her career in the Fortune 500 is over before it started.
I'm glad
she has nothing going on.
Did you see
if we try and start a red pill podcast and they show clips of you skipping, we're done. We're gonna be pearly things and Andrew Tate. They're gonna bully us. They're gonna be like, look at these fruit skipping.
Andrew Tate would bully me. He's a good speaker and he's a tough guy. I don't have anything to offer.
Andrew Tate coming to you live from an Albanian prison, right?
I saw.
Is he in jail?
He's out right now, but him and his brother are going to have to face SAS charges and multiple bad things in court. They're going to court and they could not come back out again because it's real bad charges. But he's I saw him talking recently about the Mike Tyson Jake. Is it Jake Paul that he's fighting? I get the. It's easy for me to forget.
Yes, it is Jake Paul, not Logan.
Yeah, so he was talking about that, and I agree with his take that he's like, I wouldn't fight Mike Tyson right now. He's like, that would be awful to fight a almost 60-year-old Mike Tyson and hurt him. Like he's not himself.
Andrew Tate didn't say he'd lose. He said that he would feel guilty
hurt Mike Tyson
beating he'd put.
I agree with him. I think Tyson's in big trouble. Like I don't think he can fight young, trained professional athletes because he's a 60-year-old short man.
I find if you can pull that.
Look how the trunk is part of the handguard.
This one. Yeah, the trunk is part of the handguard. Like something like this in the Persian style is so fucking sick. That's so cool.
I hate that it's serrated.
Oh, it's probably more like decorative than like a function sword, but I like that. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Get that thing away from me. It's like a Ginsu knife.
Yeah, I like it. That's sweet, and it's only $2,000. Oh, I like that, dude. Woody, let's all be, dude. Obviously, we don't have it in us to be red pill cool guys, but we can be the complete opposite. Sword retards who get swords and don't even fully understand the history, don't care about any of it.
It looks like it's an Italian or something. Does anyone have any idea what this sword is or what it means?
Hold up the language again.
I think it's hard for me to read. I can't imagine you do a lot better.
Oh yeah, that is. It's upside down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Colada del Cid.
Colada del Cid.
En Toledo. El Cid, wasn't he like a Spanish?
He was a meat gazer of the 1500s.
He was a meat gazer. You'd have to.
The dullest blade in the West.
It's pointy though. Like this part actually is it's pokier than you might guess.
He is so confident in his abilities, he does not even begin to take care of his equipment. Mexican now.
It means it's alloy steel. Well,
without impurities.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Wonder what grade. Anywho.